Aja, I wanted to ask you about sport and how basketball itself really, what that meant to you growing up. How did that shape who you are?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. Obviously, basketball, there's a lot of predominantly black athletes and coaches that participate specifically here in Nova Scotia, but more broadly across the country as well. I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. My dad is white, my mom is black, and so for me, there was always a challenge of trying to figure out my identity in the sport. Not growing up in the community with my black colleagues was something that I know I struggled with, and trying to figure out how do I fit in. But for me, basketball was the place that I felt myself. So I grew up playing with the Community Y, and I was surrounded by black athletes and black coaches, and that's where I really felt connected to the community, and then more connected to my roots on that side of my family. And really, ever since that moment, I really felt as though basketball was always home to me. So when we think about the challenges that athletes are having, whether they're Black, Indigenous, or a wide range of races, it's really challenging when you hear the derogatory comments, when you hear the challenges that they have, and then they step away from sport. When I think that so many, when I think about myself, it's the place that I feel safe. It's the place that I call home. And when I step onto the court, whether I'm coaching, whether I was playing, or whether I'm an administrator, I want to feel like it's home, and I want it to feel like home to every athlete, regardless of their background. So basketball is home to me, which is why I'm still involved with it.
Basketball is home to me. What a beautiful home to have.